we were the first. We started the trend.
Well, maybe.
I don't know about that. Oh, look at those.
They started the trend of talking about stuff every time I go live. Hello.
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 And we're not doing that again, are we? Please don't.
No,
Let's
that was
not
last
do that again.
week's bit. It's okay.
We have to have a new bit.
No, there is no new bit, Erica.
I like bits though. We're good at them.
Yeah.
There is only Zool.
I try to. Just ask Duke about the level of bit meter from where we were when I first started this thing and started throwing Duke all of my ideas. Like, here, we're going to do this and this and this. And he's like, man, you are just like loaded with gimmick. Yes, there are bits all over the place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's one. Welcome to Tabletop Roleplay Theater. I'm watching Chris on the camera. It's like making me seasick for just a moment. My name is Curtis, and I am the game master for our Friday night horror series, KULT, Divinity Lost, Manhattan. And I know that these players have been eagerly anticipating tonight's game. They just cannot get enough, and they know, well, if anybody saw the Twitter, oh my gosh. I love that Twitter post. Hashtag shit get spooky, something like that. I don't know. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Before we start tonight's story, I want to thank Helmgast for a great game and Roll20 for making it easier to play online with their many resources, including KULT character sheets for 3rd in the old style and 4th edition, the Divinity Lost version that we play. We are currently requesting sponsors to help get all of our Manhattan episodes edited into podcast form. We hope to have those done soon, and they will be available to our Patreon sponsors. So if that's something that you're interested in listening to, give us a shout out. I'm interested to talk about that. We won't be here next week as some of our actors, well, one of our actors is actually out with a real acting gig. But to make up for it in 2 weeks, we're going to have a very special announcement and perhaps even a trailer regarding what is in store for this Manhattan crew. So be here for that. That'll be in 2 weeks on Friday night. Now, let's meet the players who do such an outstanding job of bringing our story of Manhattan to life.
Woo! Excited, yes. I am Jaylee, and I play Harvey Winston, the Cursed.
My name is Chris. I play Dr. Ernest Kennedy, the scientist.
I'm always muted. Hello, I'm Krista, and I am playing Blythe today, the doll.
Krista, I love you so much. I'm Erica, and I play Joel, the Avenger.
My name is Duke. I play Sasha, the Broken.
Oh, wait. No, I pushed that button way too soon. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Thank you, players. I was thrown off by Krista always being on mute. Yes. Thank you, players. Now, let's begin. Episode 15 of KULT, Divinity Lost, Manhattan.
We gotta start shit talking him real fast.
That was
Holy
so scary.
moly.
That was so
Your
fucking
beard is
scary.
nice and trimmed still.
Can you believe
His
Curtis? We always mention the glasses. We have to move beyond glasses and attack his personality.
That's all
Can't all be
right.
about looks.
his-
Come on, what are y'all? A bunch of Harvey Winstons?
It's my gimmick. It's the same thing I did when I was ring announcer for professional wrestling.
We need to have a whole podcast where you just talk about that because I want to let you folks of the internet know it is fascinating.
That would be a blast.
It is. It's a good story. Stories. Multiple stories.
All right. So now we'll get started. If I can find out where that is. There it is. There are many who have stepped from one side of the veil to the other and back again. Somewhere in history, the bravest of those, the most determined and inquisitive of the way things are, dared to explore it, to cross over as often as possible, to return with information or artifacts. How to find the tears in the illusion, the places to cross over required exhaustive and usually secretive work. After years, decades, centuries perhaps, those who ventured in this fashion and lived with the knowledge they uncovered started to find each other. They began to meet and group up. They shared information and their discoveries increased at a greater rate. Their largest group, dedicated to uncovering and revealing as much about Metropolis as possible. They have garnered the favor of the Archon Malkuth. This is my new pronunciation. I haven't decided yet. Totally broke the mood with that. And are known collectively as Flak Chatters. Flak Chatters. Chatters. It's all one word. Flak Chatters. How or where the name came from is unknown, but now they have evolved and broken into many different sects based on levels of secretiveness and their particular focus of knowledge and the seeking of that knowledge. In Manhattan, there are many of these different sects, but they all converge in one place: David Helmsley's mansion. This is commonly referred to amongst those who know as the party. The group of aware that we have been following the last 14 episodes have had their worlds ripped apart over the last few days, bringing everything they thought they knew into question. While trying to maintain some semblance of themselves, their normal selves, they had to grip with bloody fingertips at the edges of what they think is real and what is an illusion of reality. Nothing can be trusted, and the sheer thought of it is enough to drive sensible people to the greatest depths of madness. They are close to discoveries they weren't really looking for, and on the edge of realizing their true fates. An enlightening is at hand, and while it may strengthen some, it will upset the balance of the illusion, and no one knows how that will affect the streets of Manhattan. I think when we last left all of you had all piled into a limousine. And it's a nice limousine. It's a couple years old. At 1990, I think it's, I can't remember what year exactly I said. It was an 80-something Mercedes limousine. But it's nice, plush interior, A little bit too much velvet, maybe, for the time. There's a small bar with bourbon, scotch, gin, vodka. There's a small bucket of ice and 6 short glass tumblers. There's also a corded mobile phone. The driver is behind blacked out glass. And it starts driving you uptown. What do you do?
I
Sasha-
pour scotch.
Yeah. Sasha pours a whiskey. Anybody?
No.
I need one.
Blythe will shake her head no.
Sasha hands the one that he poured for himself to Harvey and then pours another one. And gow, boom, gone. Pours a second.
Harvey kind of sips at it and he keeps making faces, but he'll drink it.
It's the good stuff.
He's not good with it.
Blythe will be like, yeah, underage, and hold out her hand to Joel to make like a bad joke.
She'll kind of like giggle a little and then like roll her eyes, but she'll like gently just touch your hand.
I mean, if you guys want to drink, like, now's the night to do it.
It's not that I'm worried about underage drinking, because we all know I've drank before, but
Yeah.
I kind of want my wits about me.
Fair.
I mean, what are we even walking into?
A party.
You know, maybe it's just a party. Like, maybe it's not actually, you know, bad.
Good try at optimism. Thank you.
Yeah, we're kind of all screwed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
Harvey
going to point any fingers, so.
doesn't say anything.
Sasha kills the second whiskey. Pours himself a third.
So, Blythe, you've been to some of these parties before, right?
Mm-hmm.
What normally goes on? Just like a party?
Well, the first, like, 3/4 of it is really just like a party. There's people, or, you know, whatever, and they're all talking and mingling and drinking, and it seems normal at first, but then usually, like, halfway or maybe when the party starts dying down, it gets weird.
In what way?
Well, someone will, like, usually get up or to, you know, make a toast, and then it just doesn't go as you would think, and then the party turns into something else. It's hard to explain, but the something else is always bad. It's always grotesque, or there's a lot of blood, or it's not good. Okay, it's just not good. We'll leave it at that.
The car starts to slow down.
Harvey's just been alternating between sipping and like glancing at his watch. What time is it?
It's
Party's
just
at
after.
8?
Yeah, it's just after dark.
Okay.
Are we trying to stay together during the party?
It seems as though that would be wise.
I don't disagree.
I don't
Blythe-
think that's
Blythe, I recommend that you act as if Ernie is responsible for you.
Why?
Because I think it will help to keep up some kind of guise.
Well, why can't she just stick with me and we can be like, arm candy or something for people?
Because you're two young girls. I'm only saying this because I want us all to be as close and as safe as we can.
You're not gonna try anything, are you? And she glances at Ernie.
God, no.
Nothing weird.
Only the weirdness generally associated with the party itself, I'm assuming.
Fine, whatever.
I'm not saying bequeath yourself to him.
Ew.
I'm saying use him as a shield from others that might know that the doctor is no longer around.
I'm sure that word has traveled relatively quickly.
Okay.
I don't fucking like any of this.
The car makes a stop, and the door pops open as if released remotely.
I guess I'm kind of a public figure.
You're the all-star, you gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go. And he puts down his drink. It's only halfway finished, and checks his watch again one moment, and then shimmies past all of them, and
Sasha pats him on the butt as he goes by.
That is the trigger for his face just lighting up as he gets out of the car, and he's got this new air about him, and he straightens his jacket, and yeah, he'll step on out and wait for them.
It is
ladies.
Joel will kind of motion to Blythe, but
I
she's
have to wait.
scooting towards.
Yeah, Harvey will turn around and hold out his hand.
Oh,
To wait till Ernie. You have to go first.
Blythe, no, ladies first, all right? Come on. And Harvey, he seems different because he's in the public eye right now, but he smiles at you, and it's very charming. And he opens out his hand to Blythe.
It's not how it goes, but she takes his hand anyway, and she gets out of the car.
He lets her out, then reaches out to do the same thing for Joel, and kind of gives her a look, I know you're really not a lady, but please just humor this.
She glares at you a little bit, but she'll take your hand and slide out of the car, but it's not as graceful as Blythe just did.
Yeah,
Age before beauty, doctor.
He tosses back the last of the scotch in the little tumbler and just kind of creaks out the door.
Sasha follows.
When you step out onto the sidewalk, you do get the proverbial red carpet treatment. There is a red carpet that leads across a very wide area of sidewalk up to a short series of steps, and then a little bit more walkway, another little short series of steps, and then up to the front steps of the front entrance of the building. There is a rope that is cordoned off the the sides so that there's nobody there. And it is not like it's not like the Oscars. There's not 100 of people outside. However, there are quite a few fans, probably 50 or 60 fans that are there, and there's a bunch of press photographers that are there for all of the New York tabloids and gossip press is all there taking pictures of people who are going in. And there's a few people that are engaged with the press, some city officials, and Harvey, you notice a few other local actors who play on the stages a lot downtown. As you are, if nobody does anything and you walk your way up to the front entrance, the red carpet stops and exposes the really nice poured, I want to say concrete, but it's the really nice finished concrete just before you hit the nice entry doors. And you realize a couple of things. One, you're in the building that is across the street from the museum where you saw the atrocity exhibit. It's a nice part of town. You've been here before. That's not unusual. You haven't been in this exact building, which is why, but you have been in this area. It's not the first time you'd been to that particular art museum, probably. But carved in the marble above the grand entry doors is the name Malkuth. Malkuth, in all capitals, carved into the front of this building. Inlaid in brass in that concrete that you saw walking up is a word, Flakchatter, Flakchatter, in all capitals in that brass lettering inlaid into the ground just as you enter into the building.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Now Harvey will like lean back. He's been leading them up to this point, but he kind of leaned back and elbows the doctor and like under his breath. What does that mean? And he like jerks his chin toward the ground.
That I have no idea, but I was referring to the name of a demonic archon just sort of carved into the wall.
Well, we've seen crazier shit than that.
Of course.
Nope, that makes me even less happy that we're doing this, so.
Out of curiosity, I know I already said that I don't know what the flak chatters are, but do I actually know what the flak chatters are?
I think you gotta make a roll for that, sir.
Am I just being an asshole, or am I just an asshole?
He just doesn't want to tell.
Maybe I don't want to freak Harvey out even more.
Or maybe you just want to be an asshole.
He's got his celebrity boy face on now. He's in the zone.
Yeah, Sasha thinks it's super hot.
No.
I am looking here. Dr. Kennedy.
Life would be hanging on Ernie's arm, looking down at the ground.
Sasha would step on your shoulder that's away from him, and very quietly. Listen, I know that you're upset, and you should be. But if you need me, I'll be there. And then he just keeps walking and gets to the front with Harvey.
Dr. Kennedy, you are familiar with the word flak chatter as what you thought was just sort of this colloquial term for what they refer to loosely as the amateurs who ventured into what you were doing scientifically. going to the other side, getting information, exposing places and holes and doors and ways in and out of the illusion, and people who were basically in the know. But Flak Chatters is kind of like, for you, it had always been sort of this derogatory term of, oh yeah, those are the people who listen to Art Bell on AM radio at 2 a.m. on Sunday
Coast to
mornings.
coast.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what coast to coast is. It was probably still on in 1990.
It was. I used to listen to it.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, that's what you know of Flak Chatter. As a matter of when you see it inlaid in brass and at the foot of this building that you have just linked to a much higher being, it almost gives you just a little bit of, now you're a bit curious, because Flak Chatter was, for those of you in the scientific community, would be a derogatory term. Amateurs.
It's like the people in that Flat Earth documentary running experiments.
Right.
Okay, good to know.
As everybody walks into the building, you come into sort of this brutalist architecture of a foyer. It's just a big open room with these large columns, and then at the opposite end is a set of elevator doors.
Are there people in here too?
There's a couple of couples meandering. There's a man and a woman standing by one column. The man is smoking a cigarette. They're both sipping on a glass of wine, dressed in elegant attire. There's two men speaking sort of in the shadows over against the wall behind another column as you walk through.
Does our invitation say like a specific floor?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Harvey will just like keep walking on in, and he'll just kind of like nod his head towards the people as they pass, and we'll just keep heading straight for it.
Mr. Winston, I'm surprised you didn't give an interview on the red carpet.
We don't. I mean, I don't think this is really the time for it. I don't really want to talk to those people right now. But good observation. The public hasn't really seen me since Charlie Sheen blew his fucking head off at a club New Year's night, and so I feel like that's all any questions are going to be about. And I don't even know if those guys are real anymore. Like,
Oh, poor Carlos.
yeah. I mean, I guess he was doing all right. I kind of had an off feeling about the dude. To each his own. How are you guys? Are you guys feeling okay?
Do you have a particular marching order as you approach the elevator doors?
Hurry up front.
Yeah, I'd be walking either right beside or right behind, off the shoulder of Harvey.
I would say Ernie and I are to the back left of them.
And Joel's just kind of like tagging behind a little bit.
Hey, I want you
in the middle.
Yeah, I want you to know, Joel, you were the only character with the character art there that's packing guns. She's got 2 guns.
I forgot to look at the
Did
art.
you bring a gun with them?
When you get to the elevator, there's only one button, an arrow up.
Well, I guess
it is.
Up or up.
What if I wanted to go down?
Press the button.
When you push the button, it just takes a moment, and then the doors, ding, open up. And it's a nice big elevator. As everybody climbs into the elevator with its nice, dark, shiny interior, it's like a black marble. Pretty, but there's a little bit of color swirled in. You realize that there are no floors on the panel of buttons to choose from on the inside of the elevator either. There's just an arrow up.
Efficient.
Okay.
Sasha presses it.
All right.
The doors close with common ding, and the elevator rises for, seems like a while, like, oh, going to the top. And then after a short moment, the doors open onto a massive room. Similar, this dark, very sort of lustrous, not too shiny, lustrous is not the word, it's concrete, dark in color, but it's finished and nice. But this room, and then big massive archways, it's like a big huge ballroom. It's dark inside, but there's many iron chandeliers that are hanging from the ceilings, only it's not electric light, it's candles that they hold, and there are hundreds of them hanging from the ceiling. There are also just chains, iron chains with no chandeliers, also hanging from the ceiling in between the many different chandeliers. There's sconces on the walls with large candles in those, and there are candles lined up along the walls in different areas at the floors. And that is the light of this room. There are tables, and it's a massive room. There's tables, and there's some candles on the tables as well. There's people, lots and lots of people scattered about. All of the different surfaces scattered around the room have candles on them. Over on the west side, which is, you are all coming in for just a matter of perspective from the south side. So to your left, on the west side, you see the ballroom extend off over here to the corner, and there is a mass of elegantly dressed people, all with masks on, dancing to this techno music. There's lights, shining, fog machines going off, and people dancing and having a good time at this masquerade ball. There's doors all over the place. To the right, on the east wall, is this massive concrete set of stairs that go up to another landing that encircles the giant room. And there are doors all throughout that. You can't count them all. There's probably 50 different doors that you can see in a glance. As you walk into this little, just small entryway that starts you into the massive grand ballroom, a woman approaches. And she's slender in figure, well dressed in just this slender suit. Well, not really a suit, but this dress. It goes all the way to the neck. Actually, I have, this is one of my handouts. So that you can see.
Now, as soon as they see it, Harvey will fish the invitation out of his jacket and be like, does it say masquerade? Like, I fucking feel like an idiot. Got our masks.
There might be a table.
Yeah, there are other people who don't have masks on. None of the people downstairs had a mask on, but all of the people that are over in that area that are dancing are all masked. There is a much bigger area. There's lots of tables in this grand ballroom. It's like a ballroom with another ballroom. It's like a huge place. Probably in total, like half the size of a football field. It's just massive. It's like a convention center size place with lots of different things happening. in different places. Mostly in this big grand area are tables. There's people eating and standing around drinking. There's lots of different sorts of things that you can see if you want to look at the different details. But this woman approaches before you can really see all the different states of dress and undress, and she's got pulled or combed back tight black hair, dressed in a black outfit from head to toe. And hello, my name is Melissa.
Good to meet you, Melissa.
You're Mr. Winston, correct?
Yeah, I brought a few friends with me. I hope that's okay.
Well,
We
we
were
all have invitations, so I'm assuming we were all
Exactly.
invited.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy. Dr.
My bad,
Kennedy, pardon
sorry.
me. It's okay. I know that you are all new here. It is no problem at all. It is a very big party, and there are many things to do and see. I'm sure that you will find something for each of you. Like I said, there's many different things. There's a masquerade ball, and she looks at you, Blythe. If you were looking to dance, or perhaps you're hungry, there's a lavish banquet here on the main floor. Upstairs.
I have a
Yes?
question, Curtis.
Yes.
Since I'm meeting this person, would I possibly
Yes.
have to roll for my
You would
object
have to.
desire?
You would have to roll.
Fuck.
That's just a straight plus nothing, so 2d10.
Let's get it, girl.
Okay.
Oh, that is
That's a
that is not
6.
better than a 9.
Not better than a 9. Yeah, no.
I love when bad things happen to me.
Oh, Melissa is gonna be all about Blythe.
Yikes.
The girl who insisted she didn't want any attention immediately draws attention. I told you to stick with the doctor.
This is Harvey's dress. I blame it on his dress.
Make it sound like
He
Yeah,
tried to keep
personally.
you from that dress. I mean,
yeah, you just had to get all
I do
feel a bit about
remember.
it.
I do remember.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Blythe, you try to hide it, and you know now that you have this power. And so when you sort of do the little duck and a glance up, you make eye contact with Melissa, and you catch that little bit of sparkle in her eye. And that's when she mentions the masquerade ball, if you like to dance, or perhaps you're hungry. There's this lavish banquet here on the main floor. Upstairs, there are many rooms serving, and she looks right at you, Blythe, many varied pleasures that a person could desire. Please, everyone, make yourselves at home. You are all honored guests. While your friends mingle, Mr. Winston, Harvey, if I may, would you come with me, please? You are indeed the guest of honor at the moment.
Could I take a friend, please? And he gestures to Sasha.
Oh, Sasha. Of course Sasha can come.
Thank you.
The rest of you, please, mingle. Grab a drink. There's a bar over here just before you get to the masquerade ball. We'll meet with you in the north room, say, in 20 or 30 minutes.
Harvey does kind of pause, but then he speaks up a little bit more. Actually, could they all come? I'd really appreciate it. No, I know they have their own invitations, but I like to think of them as good friends, family even.
Sure.
I think
Of course, Mr. Winston, I understand that. In this particular situation, one council would be all that I'm afraid the parties involved would allow.
Hold on one moment.
Of course.
Sasha,
Let me
Sasha,
just speak with them really quickly.
yeah, Sasha turns around to Joel. You keep an eye on them, okay?
Are you packing?
What kind of fucking question is that? Of course I'm packing.
Thank you.
It'll be fine.
Watch out for each other, please.
We'll do this. We'll do whatever. You guys will figure whatever out with her, and then we'll be back together. No problem.
We've probably got at least an hour before all the shit hits the fan.
Is she talking about weird sex rooms upstairs, by the way? Like,
Almost definitely.
Oh, I'm sure.
She was definitely hitting on me,
That's
yeah?
usually what they have.
Did-
Look, listen, you guys just
Eye contact.
get serious, please. Like, stick together, and we'll try to find you as soon as we're done. Okay?
North room, 30 minutes.
Cool.
be careful.
And then Harvey turns to Sasha. So, you willing to start like a huge scandal at this party right now? And he holds out his hand. Awkwardly.
Sasha just smiles so big and kind of leans back and big breath. Puts his hand in your hand.
Gross.
And give me this, okay? Just this one thing. And then he'll turn around and follow her.
I look at Blythe and then I look at Joel.
You didn't have any clue, did you?
Who of what?
Oh.
Wait, what?
What
What are you talking about?
Let's go get some food.
Mm-hmm.
We're holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Why would that be a scandal?
Do you think that the food here is actually like real food, or do you think it's like chopped up people?
Well, that or worms in actual dirt or maggots. It's hard to say.
Good.
The food's usually actually pretty good.
But were the veil to be taken down and we saw what it actually is, we probably wouldn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kennedy, as you watch the hand holding and have your conversation about the buffet and scope out the area as you try to find it, you see Florence disappear into the crowd of people.
And the machine?
You okay, Doc?
Yes. Yes. Thought I saw someone that, shouldn't be here.
Who?
Like,
A very, very, very old friend.
is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, she died about 40 years ago, so...
So bad. Probably.
Oh. Was it your wife?
No.
Did you ever have a wife?
No.
Oh.
Were you in love with her, but she just didn't love you back?
No.
So you guys like were together.
Did you do it?
Where is that buffet?
It is right next to the bar.
Dr. K with the two teenagers. Oh, good.
In the southwest corner of the room.
He clears
Is that where
his
you guys
throat
are
and
headed? You
beelines
guys-
for the buffet.
You're all headed straight for the food. I could see the old man going for the food. Joel, you notice interesting characters at the bar next to the buffet. And when I say interesting characters, I mean, I don't know, nothing ridiculous. It's not like you're looking at the cantina in Mos Eisley. It's men in suits, but I don't know, they just sort of seem official and out of place. And for you, because who you are, Joel, they grab your attention. They don't look like party people, I'll say. However, they do look rather comfortable sitting at the bar. They are literally at the bar, on the bar stools.
She kind of half follows Ernie to the buffet table, but she's also kind of working the perimeter to try and get a better feel before she just walks over to them.
Right?
And she's kind of torn between going and just completely checking it out, but she also keeps looking back at Blythe and Ernie. And she's got one hand kind of dancing on her gun that's strapped to her hip.
One of the guys at the bar, he is in a suit, just a dark suit with a black tie, kind of a young guy, handsome. He's got a whiskey drink in front of him, sitting there at the bar, and he makes eye contact with you about the moment that your palm touches your gun and sort of gives you a nod.
She kind of narrows her eyes a little bit and then takes a couple tentative steps towards him, but still glances back at Blythe and Ernie to see what they're doing.
What is Blythe and Ernie doing? Are you more engrossed with the potential for food or the grandeur of this dark party?
Go ahead.
I think Blythe would be looking around and half-ass following Ernie, almost back to her old brainwashed Dr. Blythe. But
Right.
Also she makes more glances around than she would have. She's bolder, I suppose, now.
The place is huge, Blythe. Absolutely amazing to you. And as you observe the very different people, you notice all sorts, even from the dark, mysterious types in the suits like Joel has seen at the bar, to all the different masked people that you see on the edges of the dancing blur, which is basically just dark shadows out amidst all the flashing lights. But there's an edge to that group of people who are coming out to get a drink or have a conversation. Some of them have their mask tilted up on their head. And there are people that are dressed to the nines, tuxedos or suits, women in all sorts of elegant dresses, or not even dresses. There's women in ripped up t-shirts and cut off jean shorts. There's people in sheer clothes that hide absolutely nothing that they have on beneath them. There's men and women that are in this leather BDSM dress where they've got straps and chains and things that are on, and they're all dancing and sweating and having a good time, and there's people going up in the stairs and in and out of rooms and just everything that you can think of. And from time to time you think you see people who aren't really people, like you catch a face that is distorted or disfigured, or one of the people who are in the bondage get up. You just see a face with nothing but an orange gag ball. No eyes, no nose. And it disappears into the darkness. There's all manner of types at this particular party. Melissa is going to lead Sasha and Harvey to the north part of the building and bring you into a room. And it is a library. There are shelves upon shelves of books that line the walls. There are a few tables and lounge chairs and lamps, gentlemen sitting around reading, just as you might expect in this sort of room. Across the room from where you are brought in, and it's a rather large library, I'd say 30 feet by 30 feet, a nice sized library for this particular building. And there are people mingling around, conversations that are being had, well-dressed, professionally dressed people. At the far end of the room, there is a table, Harvey, and it is a mass with paperwork and ledgers. There's a couple of lanterns that are there, like kerosene type lanterns. There's no electric light in this place. There's wall sconces and candles everywhere. So it's well lit, but no electric light. And on this particular table, there's also some of that same sort of lighting. And there is a man with a black jacket on. He's wearing a white shirt, and he is rumbling through some things. Sasha, you recognize the other man that is standing across from this person at the table, and it is Paul Viano, the gangster who had sent you and Detective Sasso on a mission, but now seems so long ago. And they're finishing up a conversation as you two are walking into the room. And as you come in and get all of this into view, Melissa looks to you, Harvey, and says that this is Lester, the accountant, and you'll need to speak to him just as soon as he finishes up with Mr. Viano there in just a moment.
Okay. Thank you. He kind of squeezes Sasha's hand and glances over at him. So what do you think about all of this?
I think that I know more people here than I thought I did. I think that there's nobody I'd rather be here with.
Yeah. Same. I'm glad you're here. Who do you know? Are we Are we okay here?
I wish I knew. I'm going to do everything that I can to protect you, okay? I swear that to you.
All right. Just take care of yourself too, okay? Swear that.
I
Sasha.
swear. I swear.
All right. Oh man,
Dr.
they
Ken-
count it, huh? Never liked to count it.
They're some of my best clients.
Oh, I fucking bet. Damn. But yeah, he'll go quiet and wait for the accountant to stop being busy. Sorry, Curtis.
No, that's all right. I got to find my moments, and I stepped on a toe. That's all right. Dr. Kennedy and Blythe, I have this image of you two like going into the biggest, fanciest casino in Vegas and going, where is the free buffet? And so I guess my question is there anything that is keeping you from that particular mission right now? Dr. Kennedy, I'm assuming you're putting on a front. You've got to obviously be keeping a scan out for what you saw.
Oh, yeah. Also, I rolled a perception earlier to see if I could see Joel walk away towards the men in black coats.
Yeah?
And I rolled the 13, so I'm assuming that I probably did, but I'm generally unconcerned.
Yeah, you see that she is involving herself in a situation, which could give you some level of comfort that Joel is on it, that she has obviously pinpointed some sort of possible problem. Which brings me to Joel. Joel, how are you dealing with this situation? Somebody has given you an obvious eyeball, and they did it at the same time you were tapping on your gun, so they also know you're armed.
She kind of like gives that final glance over her shoulder to Blythe and Ernie and kind of deems them like safe for now because she at least knows exactly where they are. And she'll turn and she'll walk right up to the bar, like never breaking on eye contact with the guy. And she just like slides up into the empty space, kind of like between chairs, and leans across and like waits for the bartender to come over, but she doesn't look at him yet. She just kind of like stares directly ahead.
Right. So the bartender comes over.
Can I get a whiskey, please?
Certainly.
Can I get an ID, please?
There's no IDs in parties with demons. And she kind of just like waits it out to see if he says anything to her.
He does. He saddles right up next to you and reaches his right hand across because you're on his left side and introduces himself. Donovan Miller.
Joel, but she doesn't shake his hand. She just keeps staring straight ahead.
He lets it hang for a moment.
So, Donovan, what do you want?
Straight to the point, I see.
Oh, well, I'm not the best small talker, so.
Do you know the people that you're with?
You're talking about the party I came in with?
Yeah.
Some I know, some are acquaintances. Why?
How well do you know the old guy?
I know a little bit. Doesn't mean I know his blood type.
He kind of looks over your shoulder at Dr. Kennedy. I know things about him.
Okay, like what?
You need to be careful. He's a dangerous man.
Are you saying that you're not?
No, I didn't say that. I am.
Okay, so what interest do you have with the doctor?
Your name is Joel, right?
Yep.
Joel?
Some would say so, yeah.
All right. Because of who you are and where you are, and because of some other reasons that don't really concern you specifically, I'm going to tell you about this man that you're with. But when I'm done, you're going to want to kill him.
You're super sure of that?
I'm pretty super sure of it.
And
And
why
so
are
I guess I'm curious as to really how attached are you to this guy?
Are you saying you're gonna kill him instead? If I don't?
He kind of looks down and fidgets with his drink for just a minute with a bit of a I don't know, half smile on his face. And he's like, Joel, I mean, you're here, so you have to know some things. And let's just say that I'm a man in a particular position, and I'm just going to be straight up with you. In this particular situation, I'm going to need you to do it.
And why would that be?
Well, I'll tell you. But first, we're going to cut back to Sasha and Harvey. Because Paul Viano steps up from the table and shakes Lester, the accountant's hand, and turns around to walk away and catches your eye, Sasha. And gives you just a bit of a grin. Surprised to see you working this deep, Sasha.
I'm not surprised to see you here.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And he just kind of walks past you, gives you a bit of a nod and a smile. You can sense an air of respect. He doesn't leave the room. Over in the corner of the room, not too far from where the front door is a very small, like an executive type bar, I would say. There, there's still people lounging around this library, so there's a spot to stop and get drinks, and there's a person there to serve, and that's where he goes to. Melissa brings Sasha and Harvey at this point up to the table. As they get to the table, she introduces you to Lester. This is Lester, the accountant. Harvey, please have a seat. And there's a seat across on the other side of the table. And then she looks to you, Sasha, and says, we'll wait over here at the bar while they finish their business.
Can he stay here, please?
We'll be just right over there. I'm certain that Lester will give you an opportunity to question your counsel should the need arise, or should you desire. We'll just go over here and have a drink. I believe they've got some finger sandwiches over there, Sasha. Are you hungry?
But don't you think, considering he's my counsel, it might be best that he is a witness to everything that's said?
Yes. Lester will make sure that you get the appropriate time.
Sasha turns to Harvey and puts a hand up under his chin. I'll be right there. And he kisses him on the cheek.
Okay, don't get too drunk.
Okay. Just one. Okay, just one.
You already have 3.
I'm a big boy.
I could say something smart about that, but you should just go. I'll talk to you in a bit.
And Sasha gives this weird kind of spins on the balls of his feet and kind of walks off to the bar.
Yeah, Harvey will watch him go for a little bit, and then he'll slowly sit.
You see Melissa hook her arm through Sasha's arm and lead him up to the bar where another man is, and then Paul Viano, who, Harvey, you don't really know, but Sasha knows. It was the man who was talking to Lester before you sat down. As you take the seat across from Lester, who now stands up, and he's just kind of giving you that sort of eager look. He's got sort of this antsy attitude or air about him. And he says, here, please have a seat. Yeah, you're very popular, Harvey Winston. Although not always with the ones you would have hoped, I'm sure.
What do you want? Can we just cut to the chase, please?
Yeah, I've
already got a fucking headache.
Yeah, oh, well, I apologize. A party should help with that. Maybe we can get some endorphins going. How about that? Well, you kind of know why you're here. Time's up, Harvey. Your condemnation.
Wait, no, and Harvey looks at his watch, and he's like, I thought I had at least a couple of hours.
Yeah, I know. It's a very messy contract. You've been a very popular boy. It's like real estate. In the future, people trading this and that and selling this and that. And your contract, you've been through a few hands, all instigated by the swap dealer, of course. But well, not this very minute your time is up, but in the sort of, roundabout way, your time is up. So we've just got to kind of take care of all the loose ends so that we can get to the end pleasantly, as it were.
Are you gonna kill me?
Well, no, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, it's always possible. But no, he starts shuffling through the paperwork and laughing, and he says something about children never realize how serious those thoughts are, and starts thumbing through all of these different things, a file, but it's not even really a file. It's just an amass of paperwork. Well, unfortunately, your death is imminent, but due to varied addendums and additions, the kidney, that was a good one, and
I can do more.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of choices available to you, Mr. Winston. How nice. So it boils it down to this. And do I have your attention? Because this is very important. You can. I'm gonna bullet points here, so pay attention.
Okay.
It's Manhattan. I don't like to repeat myself. I got a line of people waiting to talk to me. You can go back to the beginning and renegotiate with the swap dealer. But as optimistic as that option may be, he is very unforgiving. He would be just as aware of the time change and everything as you are. And he's very unforgiving when it comes to do-overs because he loses what he already got. But you can go back and renegotiate. You could sacrifice a life from someone at this party. There's all sorts of places to take care of that. Here, you can sacrifice a life from someone at the party. Each day you want to stay here. Does that make sense? Of course, I don't see that lasting long. There's only so many people out there, hundreds perhaps, but yeah.
Every day, kill someone.
Yeah, well, I mean, the party goes on forever. The party is the party.
Wait, wait, you're saying we're trapped here? We're not.
Well, let's calm down, Mr. Let's hang on, Mr. Winston. I'm only at option number 2. You could now sacrifice the life of someone at this party forever and just just be them. And of course, you take on whatever great things or curses that they have, but you could do that. Or you could just accept your death, and depending on your faith, mixed with, of course, probably your state of the mind at the moment it happens, you may find your afterlife, whatever that is. So, now, questions?
Yeah. What? Okay. So sorry, I gotta process. So I go to the swap dealer.
Yes, and now if you want, it's now you can bring your friend over and get some counsel, if you like.
I don't think he wants to hear this right now. Hold on. I'll get him in a minute. I have some questions for you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he wants to hear about it.
No, I don't. I'll get him in a little bit. Can I just?
Oh, well, no, I mean,
what do you mean?
I know how important it was to you, so let's bring him over and let's get his 2 cents worth. Sasha, Harvey needs to talk to you now.
Excuse me. Sasha turns and makes a beeline. Lights a cigarette.
Harvey just got his face in his hands, and he's pulling at his hair a little bit.
Yeah. As I've explained to Mr.
Is there another chair at the table?
Questions, but you're not giving me time to ask you questions.
Oh yeah, certainly, Sasha. Of course. There's let's pull up that chair right over there. Yeah, very good. Sasha, I gave Mr. Winston his options. I'm sure since he brought you here, you are aware of his situation, and so he's got some choices to make, and now is your opportunity to help him decide.
I mean, they're not good choices. Hold on.
Oh, they're great choices. And, I have to say, Mr. Winston, with all due respect, and I've seen some of your work. I love you, by the way.
Thank you.
The fact that you have choices, that's pretty amazing. You guys have done some stuff, and each one of those things have given you one of these extra choices. So you've done pretty well that you got 4 to choose from. And I have to tell you, even though death is scary, you never know what's on the other side. I've died 3 times, so I'm just letting you know.
Oh, so with the third choice, what do you mean? What do you mean by afterlife?
Okay, can we step back and just maybe tell me what the choices are?
I don't fully understand it myself. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, he, excuse me. He, fame and fortune, traded with the swap dealer. However, you guys, because of the things that you were doing, you raised the attention of other powers, and because Harvey is such a charismatic person, they swapped his contract around.
Right, I don't need the fucking backstory. I was there. What are the choices?
Okay. So he can go back to the beginning and renegotiate with the swap dealer. He can just stay here at the party and sacrifice somebody every day. He can sacrifice somebody forever and be them. Or he can accept the finality of his contract, consider it complete, and take his chances with what comes next. The mysterious door number 4.
It's the last one. I'm confused about. Am I coming back as something? Am I just?
Well, see, that's just the thing. Door number 4 is you die. Now, some people, what am I to say what happens to a person after they die? So many different things happen to so many people after they die. You ask 1,000 people, they'll all say something different. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Could be good, could be bad.
Okay, so wait a minute. Once the decision's made, once he makes the choice.
Yeah.
Is there any? Sasha turns and looks at Harvey. Is your time up? Is that what this is?
Yeah. I'm done.
Fuck, we wasted all day yesterday?
I mean, I wasn't counting on the doctor giving us all drugs and ramen, Sasha. I was counting on spending the entire time with you, but we got a little sidetracked.
How come you didn't?
Well, what do you think this party was?
I don't know. I thought we were gonna see the lady and she was gonna say, "Hey, go do this fucking crazy thing."
No, it's a little bit worse. I think.
I can see that.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm going to shoot him in the fucking face.
No, you're not gonna do anything.
You both are obviously a bit distraught. So I tell you what, I've got this gentleman over here, which is going to take me just a moment to deal with. And
how much time do we have? How much time does he have?
Oh, you've got plenty of time, Sasha. Don't worry
how
about
much
it.
Is
you
plenty?
You guys go step over here and talk about it for just a few minutes, and come to some sort of idea as to where you're leaning. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Let me you're obviously upset, Sasha, and I don't want you guys going crazy. You have your choices. Let's not create new ones. Oh God. And what I'll do is I'll deal with this gentleman over here. He's got a similar situation, so I'll take care of that real quick, and then I'll get right back to you. Will that work?
One question before you walk away.
Yeah.
If he takes option 3 and takes over somebody else's life, does he remember who he is?
Well, no, unless you're really, really good about picking somebody else who happens to know everything about you. What's that? I can't hear you.
So basically, I make a new deal, but he's holding a grudge, so he'll probably kill me. I stay here forever as myself and go on a fucking murder spree, or I die, and possibly come back as something.
Well, to make you feel better about the middle
In
choices.
basic terms, I need you. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. I'm not a doctor. I need you to put this in basic terms for me, so I know what I'm dealing with here.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're out of time, so.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it. How much time do I have? And he looks at his watch again.
That's where we're going to take our break.
Oh,
Sorry, I have to.
man.
Wow.
I'm gonna get like 3 more beers.
Well, I wasn't drinking, but I'm gonna go get a cocktail.
We're halfway through. Outstanding. This is beautiful. I love where this story is going. When we come back, Harvey, don't get too excited, because when we come back, we're going to start.
I don't know what to do.
You have plenty of time to think about it. We're going to start with our other cast members, Joel and this new person she's just met at the bar, and our buffet.
You need those mini weenies.
Buffet goers. I love it that the old man and the little girl are like, that's just all right, great, all right, cool.
Where's the peel and eat shrimp?
Yes, I was about to say the exact same thing.
We stepped in and we were like, let's stay together. And then 5 minutes.
No, it's okay. We can split up.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so we are going to take a short break so that they can hit the all-you-can-eat crab legs, and we will be right back. Wrong button, not that button. Oh,
Hit the
we're
buttons.
back.
Hit the buttons right, Curtis.
Oh no.
You can always leave it to me.
Are our mics back on?
Yeah,
Can
right.
anyone
Can-
hear us?
Can chat hear us?
Yeah, see, now is when I get the message. We couldn't hear anything up until the break.
Maybe if I moved my mouth like, wah, people would be like, what is she saying? I need to know.
Fedor would have said something.
We're going to repeat everything
Thank you,
we
Fedor.
just did. Take 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Roleplay Theater. Things are a bit heavy with Harvey at this moment, so we're going to leave. I love my little natural poetic moments. I'm trying to make Erica smile. She's not feeling good tonight, and I know I'm hitting her buttons, but she's not responding. That's all right. I got Blythe. I saw you, Blythe. You gave me the go-getter. Just a moment of brevity before we get too heavy, because as Harvey contemplates the last minutes, however many he has, of his life, Blythe and Dr. Kennedy have gotten their plates with food that they have not been able to get in a long time. Blythe, you are happy that you have finally gotten to go to the buffet and get all the shrimp you could possibly want without any sort of snide comment from the old man. And I'm not talking about you, Ernie. I'm talking about the other doctor. Ernie might have a snide comment. Ernie will probably have a snide comment, knowing Ernie. But you are both there, and you see Joel in a bit of a conversation with a suited man at the bar. And Joel, your last question to Donovan was, why you?
Yep. Why me? Why me and not him?
All right. Listen. I got a little girl at home. And things didn't turn out for me this year the way I wanted them. And because of the business I'm in, I had an opportunity to get some FaceTime with someone and make a deal. And this is what they asked for. Now, before you say no, let me tell you, you got all the reason in the world. Binks. Was that
ruining
Bink?
the moment?
No, was that
Not
Meow?
Binks that time.
That was
That
Jackman.
that was Mew Jackman making all that noise.
Oh, I guess my mic is on. Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Get come here, Mew. Mew. All right. Fine. Where was I?
Okay.
So I had to make a deal.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to tell you about that deal just as soon as I find it.
I have to
He's
yell
like-
at a cat some more.
He like stops. He's digging through his coat. Like, I had to write it down. I kind of
Yeah.
forgot.
There's just so many post-it notes in here.
They're just flying out of his coat.
I don't know how he even sees his computer screen with all those post-it notes.
And those sunglasses.
I have one computer screen I don't even turn on anymore. It's just a place to put my post-it notes. I used to have 3. Now I'm down to 2. There we go. Ernie and Sasha, I'm at any moment you want to make a move or make an action, interrupt. Donovan will continue to kind of peek over his shoulder and glance. And Dr. Kennedy, you are not a stupid person. You are observant of people, and you can definitely catch some of that, some of those nonverbals. So he's getting very quiet with you, Joel. And he says, do you know that he does experiments on people?
I'm aware.
Oh, interesting. Well, perhaps you know more than I thought you did. Well, about 17 years ago, probably about the time you were born, he did an experiment, or was doing experiments on a young woman who was an addict, came to him for money.
Okay.
Sent out on the street from time to time. She became pregnant. Now this was this was a time when that sort of thing happened and you never knew what was going on. but she dropped off the face of the earth. Now, here's what I learned through my agency in the time I've been here. That woman got impregnated on the other side.
You mean?
I think I know. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Go on.
The government at that time was funding experimentation in regards to the illusion. Because what most people don't know is the illusion is, it's only illusion to half of you. There are people who are well in the know. And your government, our government, my government, knows about it. Now there's the front. It's got the good scientists, say, like your parents, who experiment with the veil and how it could help us, how it could unlock information that could be useful. And then there are people who do experiments to see the bad side. So, let's say, for instance, this pregnant woman was known to both sides, the bad side and the good side. And then that woman had a baby. And both sides had their speculations as to the source of that baby. Could have just been because she was a street person, prostitute maybe. Or it could have been one of the horrors she faced on the other side. Now, a caring couple, like your parents, might tell somebody about something like that. And then telling somebody something like that, depending on where their interests aligned, well, they could be heroes and saved that girl or saved that baby and changed fate forever. Or somebody could have just shoved them off a fucking cliff.
You want to get to your point now?
You ain't figured it out?
She turns and she like grabs the front of his shirt on his suit. Choose your next words very wisely. You're saying, I'm the baby from the other side?
Oh, no. No, sweetheart. You got straight up parents. You're a thoroughbred.
Then spit out exactly what you mean.
Your parents knew about this. And that's why they died.
So what happened to the baby?
Baby? I don't know. Sold off as far as I know.
And what does this have to do with Ernie?
He was the dark side, baby. He kept sending her in. She'd show up to him for money. He didn't do anything knowingly, I suppose. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know how much he did know or didn't know. She kept going in because she needed the money. but she was giving the other side information about what he was doing.
So why is he not dead yet?
They wanted his work more than they wanted your parents.
What kind of deal did you take, Donovan?
If
What
you kill,
specifics?
if you kill him, me and my daughter get to live.
Why me specifically? Why not you?
Because the swap dealer is a sick motherfucker. Apparently, he likes to have things turn out a certain way.
So you're telling me I choose the doctor, or I choose you, a stranger, and a little girl?
You do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna make something happen.
What is that?
I'm not quite sure yet. Kind of curious as to how this party plays out. But your doc friend, he keeps looking over here.
She shoves him back.
I think that girl went back for pancakes.
She shoves off of him. And she just kind of stares at him for a little bit and then takes his glass that was in front of him and walks off and starts walking towards wherever Blythe is.
She sees Joel coming towards her and she kind of like nods. But then she goes back to her plate. She also notices that a masquerade mask is left on the table that they're sitting at, and she puts that on. To fit the mood. Quit dying.
Excuse me. So Joel like grabs your arm, but it's not like hard, but it's like urgent.
What?
We gotta go find a place to talk now.
Why?
Just, do you trust me?
That's a loaded question.
You trust me enough?
Yeah.
Blythe, when you say that, you look over Sasha's shoulder on the far side of this giant room. On the other side.
Wait, Curtis?
What?
Duke died.
Shoulder?
Huh?
Duke's computer just did a thing.
It did a thing.
So he shut the call down.
Gone.
He'll be back here in a little bit.
Technical difficulties.
No worries. All right, so here, let me stretch Blythe out there for a moment.
Yeah. Oh no.
And I will turn that one
That's
off.
appropriate.
So, Blythe gets distracted. Oh, Sasha is not Sasha.
Why am I the only one that almost never gets moved?
That's good. There's a formula.
Oh man. That was supposed to be muted. Sarah's laughing.
Who are you laughing at, Harvey? Are you laughing at me?
No, just memes. Don't worry about it.
We're funny people,
Music
Curtis.
was way loud. That's all right. I had the music way loud. Nobody heard any of that shit.
Great.
Poor Duke. He couldn't handle it.
It was too much drama. Too much intrigue.
It was. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Here, this is a perfect time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Twitch, we now get to take advantage of commercial breaks. So here's a little 30-second commercial for if you've subscribed. You don't have to suffer through it. You get to watch us bullshit with each other for 30 seconds. If you haven't subscribed, enjoy. There, I'm running an ad.
Okay, can people hear us now?
Subscribers can hear us.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, subscribers.
Yeah.
You're
Hello.
Oh my gosh,
You're
this
the
is
real
a secret
heroes.
message for you subscribers.
Yeah.
You're
Go
the
to our
real
Discord
heroes
and
Duke
click
here.
and
on the
T-Dwarf
KDL.
said that the music is super loud.
Oh, thank you, T-Dwarf.
Yeah.
Thank you,
They said the music
T-Dorf,
is
are you a
real loud.
subscriber, T-Dorf? Because if you are, you're awesome.
I
Go on
turned
our
that down.
Discord and go to the
Okay.
KDL Manhattan page for the spicy memes.
I
Oh,
believe
yes.
T-Dwarf.
Well, the memes are so spicy.
They
Yeah.
don't stop coming. Wait,
And they won't stop
and
coming.
they won't stop coming.
T-Dwarf67, I believe, is a subscriber. If he's not a subscriber, I know he's on our Patreon, so he will be watching this on YouTube at some point in time. So thank you for telling me about the music was loud. I did realize just a moment ago that it was loud, so we didn't probably lose much. And I believe the commercial is over. So there, yay, we ran a commercial.
And Duke can hear us. He's just not here.
We'll probably make
Oh.
about a
Maybe.
nickel from running that. So, yeah, we'll just need to do that 5,000 more times tonight, and that'll pay for the couple hours of airtime.
Yeah, my Twitch stream has us all janky as hell right now.
Janky.
Mine
Yeah.
looks okay.
I might reset mine.
Duke's still not here. Well, that's the beauty
That's
about
alright.
live shows like this, folks.
Yeah. Well, we'll
You never
continue.
know when you're gonna get a little bit of.
Yeah, I'm going to continue with Joel and these guys as soon as I make sure that we're not janky. According to.
T-Dwarf says we're looking good.
Okay.
Thank
Oh, good. Thank you, T-Dorf.
you. Duke says he's
Trying to get it.
updating.
1 second.
Dude,
I have
oh.
to get Binks in here. Binks!
It's spinning and
Binks,
spinning.
goddammit.
Mew, come here.
I actually don't know. Oh, there he is. He's
Come
on the floor now.
No, he's looking for a way to sabotage from behind the scenes. He's investigating cables and cords and coming up with a game plan.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right.
I know I'm right. That is the cat way. Okay, so Blythe is back. We're going to go ahead and go because it was Joel and Blythe, I believe, that were about to start a scene. I'll pull the music down a little bit more just to make sure. And scene.
Do you know where there's like a quiet spot around these parties or something?
I mean, those rooms are
The creepy sex rooms upstairs, you mean?
yeah. Yeah, those ones.
Those are the only quiet places in these parties.
Do you see another quiet place around here?
No. Shit. Okay. Can we go up there without being like overly suspicious, or is it gonna look like what do we?
What's going on? What's wrong?
So fucking much, and I can't even think down here because it's so fucking loud. Can we just go?
Okay, well, just chill. Don't be weird, okay?
Blythe, over on the north wall, on the far end of the room, across Well, you'd have to on the far side of where the masquerade ball is, not too far from the door that Harvey and Sasha went in, is a candle lit. And by candle lit, I'm talking about like lots and lots of candles. You have to remember the aspect of when I say candles. There's a shit ton of candles in this room. A 12-foot statue of a very familiar angel figure. And there's lots of people in this big massive room, and there is a small congregation of people sitting at this. It's like an angel statue, and then at the base of it is a bench high dais, like this pedestal sort of thing.
Oh, no.
The statue is on. Uh-oh.
Go, Curtis.
Oh, the whole stream.
Yup.
Oh no, this is such a serious episode.
Okay,
and they're
it looks like he's
Oh,
back. Okay.
Wait. Okay, stream is
What?
still going.
Hello?
You cut out for us. We
You cut
couldn't
out
hear.
the whole
and then
stream.
my stream started buffering, and I got scared. And now Blythe is half in the thing and not. I don't.
Twitch
Oh, and then
can't
Duke's
handle-
back. Hi,
oh,
Duke.
Duke and Blythe are one.
Just
Well, that's
dying.
because we got Duke back. That's okay. Everybody calm down.
Panic.
I got
Oh my God.
Where are you, Mew Jackman?
he's staring out the window again.
scared.
See, he wants to have a new sister.
An
Like
adorable,
that.
mangy little sister.
Adopt the cat. Chris, adopt the cat.
Okay, see?
All right. So, what did you say, Curtis?
Look how good I
Retake
am.
Nothing spookier than technical problems.
Yeah, what was I saying? You saw the angel statue. It is on a little bit of a little pedestal, a dais. People are sitting on the edge of it. There are candles that are lit up all around the base of the statue. There are candles that are actually sitting up on the statue on like the wings and the arms.
So goth as fuck.
Yes, very, very goth.
Somebody's singing Bauhaus.
And that's kind of the music that is going on at the masquerade as well. The dance that is happening, they're all going off to like 1990s Nine Inch Nails and Ramstein or some crazy shit.
Pet Shop
Indu-
Boys.
Yeah. KMFDM.
Lords of Acid.
Yeah.
Skinny Puppy.
I heard KMFDM stood for Kill Motherfucking Depeche Mode. I don't know
That
if
is what it stands for.
Wow.
I didn't know if that was true or not. Which sucks because I like them both. So, yes, there's a huge attention grab. And Dr. Kennedy, I'm not trying to leave you out of this. You can get yourself into it because you are well aware of everything that is going on. You see that there was a conversation happening and eyeballs going back to you like, oh, okay, so somebody's talking about me. Oh, it's like an episode of Big Brother. You're sitting over there across the room, and then the two people sitting at the table are like whispering about you, and then one of them gets up and goes to another person in the house and says, "Yeah, let's go outside and sit on the hammock for a minute and do the thing." And so then they're going over there whispering. So jump in at any moment. Blythe, you are looking for a place for you and Joel to talk. However, you are just 16 and you feel alone in the midst of the hundreds of people that are here. So finding a place secret to talk is sort of an obtuse notion to you. Joel, you seem to be panicking. What are you going to do?
I mean, I'm gonna try and drag her in the direction. Like, I'm kind of like pulling on her arm, like, let's go.
Okay. There. Do you even know where you're taking me?
No, that's why I need your help. Come on.
Okay, but you gotta tell me something. Why can Ernst come?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
Rude.
is it?
I have walked up at this point. I have
Is
like
it
a little thing of cocktail shrimp.
is it a girl thing?
It's a girl thing. It's
Oh,
with
oh.
teenage girl things. Something that Ernie
Oh.
probably does not want any part of.
Ernie, we have to go find tampons. I'll be right back, okay?
I'm sure they have some in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, we'll go take care of it.
Shrimp?
No. No,
That
thank you.
won't help.
I suppose the cocktail sauce would be a little off-putting.
Okay. Blythe, can we please go?
Okay. Upstairs.
Did that
We'll be-
handsome gentleman have a interesting conversation?
Yep, it was great. We're gonna go. We gotta go, like now. Blythe.
She has a crush. We'll be back. Just stay here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're gonna go out on that dance floor when I come back, okay?
Hooray!
And she leads Joel up the stairs to the private sex rooms.
Just going in the sexy room. What's in the sexy room, Curtis?
Well,
I'm assuming.
you're just gonna go up and grab a random room.
Grab a random room. Third door on the right.
We're looking for one that's
be
rather
specific.
quiet. We don't want to intrude.
One that doesn't have an Iron Maiden in the middle of it, or...
I mean,
Preferably one that's
if it does, it does.
When you go upstairs, and there are lots of different doors to choose from, but at the very top of the stairs, there are 2 doors that are different from all of the others. And that is because, one, they don't have what looks to be some sort of security person standing nearby, or 2, they don't have people lingering outside the doors. And they're both side by side at the top of the stairs.
She'll just kind of be like nod and try to move past them.
Go in one of those. Well, there's nobody at those doors.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of other doors around the whole walkway that surrounds the room, and outside every 2 or 3 of them, there looks to be a muscly type person or somebody that is intimidating. I'll just put it that way. But then there's lots of people just lingering around the thing. However, right at the top of the stairs around these 2 doors, nobody seems to be lingering or watching. So these 2 doors are like free and clear compared to the others.
Okay. So she'll just go to the right one and she'll open the door.
When you walk in the right one, along the right side of the wall is about 5 urinals. And then along the left side of the wall are a series of bathroom stalls.
Okay.
This isn't what I thought a sex room would look like. It kind of looks like a bathroom.
Okay, maybe not this one. I mean, unless does this door have a lock on it? Can we lock ourselves in here?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, here we go. Is anyone else in here with us?
There is nobody else in there with you.
Fantastic. Blythe locks the door.
Joel starts like
What?
pacing.
What? What is so important?
Okay, you know the dude who was standing like at the bar, right?
Yes.
Dude knows that I'm packing heat. And he starts talking to me, right? Like, you know, you would expect a person to, except he fucking knows who I am. And he starts asking if I know who Ernie is. And then he tells me that after this important thing that he's going to tell me, that he needs me to kill Ernie. But there's more.
No, wait. I'm sorry. You said kill Ernie.
Like, kill him. And now I'm kind of seeing why.
Why?
Okay. Dude, Donovan was his name. Donovan. He took a deal with the same person that Harvey did. And he says that if I don't kill Ernie, then him and his little girl are going to die. And he told me that she starts like getting pissed, and you can see she's getting pissed because every now and again she'll like kick open a stall door. He told me-
Stop doing that. Just chill out. What did he tell you?
He told me that there was a woman who got pregnant from the other side. Something, or maybe not something, got her pregnant when she came back, but Ernie was helping experiment on her. And so were my parents. And
Wait. Time out again. She got pregnant by like a demon? Like from like the veil? Like someone that isn't a human?
maybe I don't.
Coughing.
I know, I'm so sorry. Maybe I don't fucking know, okay? I don't know the specifics of whose dick went in where, and I don't really give a fuck. What I care about is... Oh my god. Okay, so what I care about is the fact that my parents were also experimenting on this woman, and he said some bullshit line about good side of science and bad side of science, and supposedly my parents were the good side, and that pissed somebody off, and that's why they're dead. And not him.
Are you telling me it's his fault that your parents?
I don't know whose fault it is. And that's the whole thing. Is who the fuck is this woman? What happened to the fucking baby? Why the hell did somebody decide that my parents weren't the good side or whatever side of fucking science it is? And then he gets to fucking live on. My parents don't. And now I have to choose between a dude and his little girl or Ernie.
Wow.
What is Ernie doing right now?
He is still eating his cocktail shrimp, just posted up at the bottom of the stairs,
Smart
waiting
motherfucker.
patiently.
Good boy.
I love that imagery.
I love that he has
Oh.
done what Blythe told him to do.
And also, I am scanning the room still.
Well, what are you gonna do?
How do you...
You're not gonna kill him, are you?
Well, if I don't, then the dude and his girl dies.
But you don't know this dude or this child. I mean, personally, you don't.
No, but we all know that Ernie's not a good dude.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's saved all of our asses in the last 48 hours, at least.
So what do I do?
Well, maybe not kill anyone.
But if I don't kill anyone, then that... Okay, the swap dealer specifically said it had to be me. So if he doesn't get me to do it, then him and the little girl die. So if I don't do it, they die. If I do it, they live. But if I do it, then I kill Ernie. God damn it.
I don't know. Why are you asking me this? Like, what? I'm not Sasha. I don't have all the ideas and all the decisions. I'm not.
Because he's busy with Harvey.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
And I know exactly what he would say. He would say, just fucking kill him. I mean, he's a bad dude anyways.
I don't think you should kill him. There, I said it. I don't think you should kill him.
So then what do I do?
I don't know. Why don't you just go ask Ernie about it? Be honest and ask him straight up if he knows anything about it.
And she just kind of keeps pacing and shaking her head and nodding her head and... Fuck, I knew this fucking party was gonna be about. I knew that there was gonna be some fucking twist that was gonna fuck us all right up the asshole. So... God damn it. And they all want to meet us in this fancy room. Why? But is it more like a arena, and whoever comes in is the winner, and whoever doesn't go in is the loser?
Probably something similar to that.
Fuck.
I say, did he the timeline? Like, you don't have to do it tonight, right?
I didn't get that information. I kind of stormed off before that.
Okay. Well,
but I'm assuming it has to be pretty soon.
Well, if he didn't tell you, I say just maybe wait it out just a little bit. You know, just really think it over.
While you guys are in the bathroom considering your next options is when the drum roll begins. But before you go to look and see what all of that action is about, we need to go back to Harvey and see if the choice has been made. I can see from the look of
I don't like that Sasha's rolling things over there, and Curtis hasn't said anything about rolling things.
I'm just checking my modifiers, making sure they're right. That's all.
Yeah, Harvey makes a choice to like step away for a moment and talk to Sasha first before going in on what he's thinking. Hey Chris, is that people in the background of your video?
Yeah, they won't.
Okay. Okay. T-Dorf just said something. It's okay. I was just wondering. A dog.
That's mine.
So yeah, he'll nod to the accountant. I think we'll take you up on a little break here. We're just gonna talk real quick. How much time do we have exactly to decide?
Or are you asking Lester?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys are kind of off talking to yourself. Lester is discussing an issue with that other person that he's going to talk to real quick.
Oh, okay. Look, I didn't know how to tell you that this was the time.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Don't tell me. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah. Fuck it. What? You got 72 minutes to go? What? I'm sorry.
Harvey, when you look over at Lester and are thinking about asking that question as to, how many minutes do I have to make this decision, you see that Lester is talking to that other person, and that other person then motions to a woman who has come into the room and is over by the bar, and waves her over, and the man and the woman are talking with Lester. There's a little bit of what appears to be panic in their voices, and you see them exchanging some words, and then Lester motions to one of these guys that are in a suit over here beside the wall, and one of them hands Lester a pistol, and he shoots the woman in the face, and then gives the gun back to the man. And you see him sort of give a couple of expressions to the man, and they seem to reach an agreement. And then Lester goes back to the table and looks at you, gives you a big smile, and waves you back over. Come on, I'm ready for you now. Did you decide, huh?
We're still talking. We haven't really. I'm trying to get his advice. Like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, of course. 5 minutes, no problem.
Holy fuck! He just shot her. Oh my god. I'm gonna be sick. Sasha, I don't know what. I mean, I think I know what to do.
Okay, what do you think? What is it? What do you think?
I don't want to kill anyone. I'm not. I mean, I knocked the detective out, and the doctor, but he's a different story. He wasn't a person. I'm not a killer. I could barely do what the swap dealer wanted me to do. I am killing someone every day and becoming someone. What does that mean? And I can't go back to the swap dealer because fuck, I don't even know. I don't want to mess with time, and he's probably won't take very kindly to this shit that's happened, and it's
I mean, what are you going to do? You're
worse.
just going to start all that's going to do is start your clock over. Fuck.
It sounds to me like you've probably come to an understanding with yourself. I think now it's just a matter of gritting your teeth.
Can you just let me talk to him, Lester? Like I'll look at you when I'm ready. Like
My apologies. I'm sorry, you two. Go ahead. Of course, of course.
Harvey like shakes his head and tries to compose himself a little bit. I don't. I'm. I mean, at least with the last option, I might come back. And if I don't come back, I'll be done with it.
So you're done fighting?
I was Pasha, I was done fighting 2 nights ago when I stabbed myself in the throat. What do you think? Okay, fine. What do you think here? There's a chance I could come back. I don't know. And he like reaches out and he like grabs Sasha's hands again. I don't know if what I'll come back as, but I'll come back. And the other options, those aren't. It's not me. And maybe I'll.
We could.
Like, I want to see you again. I want to.
We could stay here.
I don't want to stay here. I'm not a party guy. You always took me to these clubs. I didn't like it. I only went because you did. All right, cat's out of the bag.
Well, I'm here. I'm here.
He didn't say anything about you. He said if I stay here and I murder someone every day, I can stay in fucking Party Central. I don't know what happens to you. I'm not a killer. Maybe Blythe can do that. Maybe Ernie can do that. Maybe even you can do that. But that's why I wanted to get rid of this whole thing in the first place. I want to fucking murder people so this demon can harvest them or turn them into these typists or copiers. Like I
don't want you to be something you're not.
That I'm not a killer. I don't want to. I wish there was another option. And the other option, I die for good, and someone else. I don't even know what that means. This sucks.
Maybe I can get us out of here. Maybe we just run.
I think they'll find me. My time's up. I don't think we can just get away from it.
But I just got.
I wish we had more time. I could come back. I'm not a killer.
Okay.
And
I love you.
I love you too. Will you, if I don't, will you make sure Joel's okay?
Yeah.
And Blythe
Yep.
too. She doesn't deserve. She deserves better. Fuck the doctor, but you know.
Yeah, I have a lot of making up to do with her.
And Harvey takes a moment and he grabs his face And he kisses him, and it's very long and probably very awkward for everybody in the rest of the room. And then lets him go, nods once, and turns to the accountant. Okay. I guess it's the option number 4.
Oh, how brave! So you're
Do we at least get the rest of the time? I mean, how much more time? How much time is left?
How much time is left? Well, it's and about that moment you hear this drum, brrr, like a drum roll from outside. And he says, "Oh, well, it seems that, moments, mere moments. Come on. There's something happening." And he gets up and starts waving everybody to the door. And the other people who were just lingering around in this room also start making their way out of the room.
Sasha steps, Harvey had taken those couple of steps forward. Sasha, closes that distance and, both hands around his hand, and isn't letting go and is going to walk to the door with him.
You guys step outside the north door. The two, let's see, Joel and Blythe, you were in the bathroom and you also heard the drum. Brrr. Something big is happening outside. Dr. Kennedy, of course, you also witness that for some strange reason, about half the candlelight in this massive room just seems to go away at that moment. And what can be nothing other than an electric spotlight, boom, pops open on the stage, or that's not the stage, the steps that come down on that one wall. Joel and Blythe, are you coming out of the bathroom to see what's going on?
Yeah. As soon as Blythe hears the drum roll, she's like, "What do you think we should? What do you think that is?"
I mean, are drum rolls necessarily normal at these parties?
Uh, I have never heard a drum roll. But I'm assuming I think it's time.
Fuck. Okay. And then she steps around you and opens up the door and pops it open and is looking around before she steps out.
Yeah, when you come looking out of the bathroom, it's almost as if you are backstage and kind of poking your head through the curtain, as it was. In front of you, walking down the steps in a spotlight, is another woman who is much like what you might think of as I think of the MC in Cabaret only because that's something that is recent to me. However, it's a woman who is dressed in this black leather, this sort of tight, shiny thing, but she is made up in white with dark around the eyes and dark lips. And she is the MC that steps forward. I'm just bidding. And she, for those of you who are downstairs, Sasha and Harvey and Dr. Kennedy, she grins at the crowd. One hand, when the spotlight comes on, is on a short black walking stick, and the other is a top hat that she's got tipped up. Grins at the crowd Music from the dance, the masquerade, has stopped, and all of the masked dancers look to the show that is going on across the great room. And then she speaks, "Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone and everything outside and in between, welcome to the celebration of the tearing of the veil." And at this, the crowd erupts and yells, and you see people in the crowd. Some of them burst into tears. One man in a business suit creeps out almost slowly, but with a little bit of eagerness from the front of the crowd as the MC is waving and nodding and acknowledging all of the cries and everything from the crowd. And the man in the suit walks to the base of the stairs, and he is just sobbing with an expression of joy and happiness. And the MC steps down to him with a huge grin, and the man in the suit pulls a revolver from his waistband, puts it to his temple, and pulls the trigger. A spray of blood gushes out of the north side of the man's head. Some spray lands on the MC's white painted face, but her grin never dips. Even as the body slumps to the ground at the MC's feet, the wide grin of excitement and joy never leaves. She steps over the body, grabs a microphone that drops from the ceiling as though she was about ready to announce a fight at Madison Square Garden. "There is so much to see and do here tonight. There is dancing, drinking, destinies to be revealed. The good doctor that so many of you are familiar with is here," and the spotlight changes, and what seems to be all of the masked faces from the masquerade turn in unison towards Dr. Kennedy as the spotlight lights you up from the crowd. There's a single low voice from somewhere off in the distance, and you hear him go, "Yeah, Dr. K." And then you hear a gunshot. "Maybe not everyone is as pleased as I." "There is nothing to worry about. Everyone is here for community and to have a good time, to share information and learn about new truths. Drink, dance, enjoy one of the many, many rooms we have available, each unique. Visit with someone who knows and discover the truth of your past. Sacrifice a life or two and see what the powers hand down. Watch as divinities are lost and found. It is destined to be an exciting night for everyone." And then the music starts playing, and the MC sort of dances into the masquerade. At the bottom of the stairs, she spins around suddenly, and the spotlight lands on Harvey and Sasha standing nearby as they have stepped out of the north room. First, our famed actor, Mr. Harvey Winston, has decided to step into the unknown. And it's just a hush over the crowd.
Harvey, he'll take a small step forward, and he's just got like silent tears on his face, and he like gently like tries to shake Sasha off of him.
Sasha's kind of frozen in place, and that first suicide kind of brought all of it together. And I rolled a 7 on keep it together.
You are not keeping it together.
This is, well, it's kind of meta, but one of the options for such a terrible failure is that he suffered, it says suffer life-changing trauma, but it's -4 to stability. And I think that's the most applicable because he watched Lester shoot that guy or that woman in the face. And then Harvey said, "I'm ready to die." And now there are people just committing suicide or being murdered blatantly. And a -4 stability will put Sasha as broken. So frozen in place, and he is squeezing Harvey's hand to the point where it's hurting you, Harvey. And you start to see blood come out the side of his mouth. And you notice that his jaw is clenched so tightly. And you hear it's a pop. It's the sound of teeth biting through tongue. And there's just more blood. And more blood. And more blood just coming out of his mouth. And he, like, you're not even sure if he's breathing.
And this definitely rattles him. He takes a step forward to go up there, and he tries to pull away from Sasha, and he turns around when Sasha doesn't let him go. And he's still tugging his hand, and he looks at him. Hey, and he takes his other hand and like puts it up against Sasha's face and pushes some of his hair back. Hey, no, Sash, no. Oh, fuck. Do we have any more time? Any more? We can't. And he tugs on him and starts walking backwards, like kind of like second guessing himself.
Tugging on Sasha?
Yeah.
Sasha doesn't move.
Yeah,
DMC speaks up. Does he have any more time? And everybody in the crowd just erupts with cheers and laughter. And, yeah, more time. And the MC, this woman, just laughs and laughs and laughs, and then walks over, and her spotlight converges with your spotlight, Harvey. And she leans in very close to your face and goes, "Okay, big moment's coming up. Do you want to do it, or do you want somebody else to do it?"
I don't. You look at him like he's not okay. Like, I don't know. I can't do the other things. But can we get him out of here? He doesn't need to see this.
And while you start going crazy,
someone
she
get
gets
him.
kind of like this nervous show business sort of look on her face. And you can see the makeup and now because you're up close. And she kind of looks back at the crowd and goes, ah, ha, 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 and sort of laughs off the fact that you aren't making a decision. And you see her sort of wave over, and a man in a suit starts approaching and pulls a pistol out of his shoulder and then offers it to the MC. And then she turns back to you and goes, Harvey Winston, and kind of looks at you like it's your line.
What? That's me. Yeah. Someone please come get him. I'll do it. I promise. Just get him out of here.
And in a panic,
Joel. And he's like screaming and looking around.
okay, yeah, Joe, you guys are watching this because literally the spotlight is on Harvey and Sasha down at the base of the stairs off to this north room.
Can I hear Harvey screaming my name?
Yeah. At
Okay,
this point,
then
you can.
She's probably going to take off sprinting as fast as she can, like through the crowd to get to Sasha.
Roll act under pressure.
Ooh. Oh.
Ow.
It's okay. It's an 11.
So you're running through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it that you're wanting to do?
I want to get to Sasha and Harvey and kind of like hear what Harvey needs because he's been screaming my name in a panic, but I don't quite understand what exactly is going on.
Yeah, you run up to Sasha and grab Sasha by the shoulders. And Sasha, what does Harvey get? What does Joel get? Because you are a bit fucked up at the moment.
Joel, did you come up from the side? Did you come up behind me and try to spin me around? Is that what you said?
Yeah, probably from where I was standing.
Well, she would, yeah, you were upstairs, and the situation, you would have come down the stairs and then basically run right up on stage if you were sitting in the audience looking at it. So she basically followed the MC down the steps and then over to her right, brings her to the north door where you guys are. So she basically runs up through the spotlight to center stage, which is a beautiful dramatic scene all lit up for everybody. Sasha, you're there on the edge of the spotlight. Now Joel runs up. Sasha.
The fact that Joel is now in it, maybe there's just a small break of recognition. And then Sasha just vomits blood.
Ooh.
And he grabs his gun and he points it at Harvey.
Sasha, what the fuck are you doing?
And he pulls the trigger.
Oh. Oh my god! What the fuck? What just happened?
I need to look at my moves.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Not what I was wanting to help with. Oh my god.
Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on. One gosh dang moment.
Sasha, what were you pointing at?
I was just firing at Harvey.
Head?
I don't have any dice, or I would roll. I hadn't. There, Sasha's not in any state of mind to have aimed at any particular.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sasha.
All right.
Sasha doesn't want Harvey to have to do this to himself.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh man.
Harvey, what do you want to do? You can avoid harm.
No, I want to. Oh man, I want to do something different. Oh, and it hurts me. I assume I have some time to react when I see Sasha pull out the gun.
I'll give you a moment.
I could make it where you don't.
You could, because I want to use inner power to get one of those chains that are hanging from the ceilings, that's hanging by the chandeliers, and use his telepathy stuff to make that chain come down and just like wrap around Sasha's wrist and yank it away. But I rolled a 13, so the power attacks your closest opponent, causing 2 harm. If he even lets it. I'm so stressed out right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't. That's not going to compete against Sasha.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, so roll to avoid harm then.
Yeah, if you want to avoid it.
So I rolled a 5 to
And
engage
I
in
rolled
combat.
18.
That's a good roll, Duke. What are you talking about?
So several things happen at once. Sasha kind of flips out, Joel, and because you're kind of up there, and shoots at Harvey. It clips Harvey.
Can I try and grab the gun from Sasha?
Engage in combat.
Oh my god. Harvey's just flabbergasted right now.
14.
14. And you are wanting to wrestle the gun away from Sasha?
Uh-huh.
I don't think she has any trouble doing that.
Okay.
I got the gun.
So yeah, you get the gun.
And then can I slap him across the face and scream in his face, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, yeah, what face does she see? It's he's broken.
I mean, I am covered in my own blood. I mean, it is all down my chin. It has run down my face. My eyes are blank. There is nothing here. And you stare him in the face, and you've seen the smoke burst through his eyes before. This time it comes out of his eyes and does this interchange in between the two.
She shakes him by the shoulders, and she's screaming in your face, "Sasha, snap the fuck out of it! What the fuck, Sasha?"
Joel, he's lost.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. We just need to knock him out or something. He can't. And Harvey himself also rolled to keep it together, and he failed miserably. So he's very. He took a blow to his stability, and he's very shaky, and he just kind of trails off.
Well, at this point, the MC attempts to get some control over the situation, and comes over, and the crowd is making noise and all that kind of stuff, and in sort of this hushed, like stage whisper sort of tone, is looking at all of you and goes, "Well, wasn't that all exciting? But we didn't achieve our purpose. Thank you, Sasha. I don't know exactly what that was. Is Joel here? Is she going to be the one who does the deed then?
No,
We have to do this."
I'm doing it.
Oh, wait. Are you asking me to put a bullet in his head?
No, that's not it. Just
What is
can
she
you take
asking?
him? Can you take him, please? Just and he takes a few steps back towards the MC. My time's up. I gotta go. I'm sorry I dragged you all into this.
Wait, you mean go, like, go?
Yeah,
What the fuck's gonna happen?
my time's up.
What do I do about Sasha? I mean,
Blythe helped him last time. He'll be okay.
I don't mean about that.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk about this. I love you, Joel.
We don't. Please don't.
You can stay at my place. You can have my car. Just take all my shit. I don't care.
Want your shit, Harvey.
I've got a lot of money. You can.
God damn it, Harvey! It's
Take
not
it.
about the fucking shit and the possessions. When will you fucking get that? It's not. It's about you being here physically.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything else, Joel. Okay, so I suggest you just take Sasha and go. All right, I'm done. I've been done, and now I'm. And he turns to the MC. Just take me where you need me. I'm done.
Oh, right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the moment that we've been waiting for.
Can I?
Something snaps in Harvey too, and he's just like, fuck it all. I'm an actor. Let's make this presentational. And he shakes off his tears and he does a twirl and raises up his arms. Harvey Winston, everybody. Glad to have you here.
Can I use Deadly Stare against the MC?
You can try.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, 20. Oh, that's really good for me.
Okay.
Okay, so I make eye contact with her and she freezes. And she can't take any action until I break eye contact with her.
Yeah, she does freeze for just a moment. And then she kind of raises her eyebrow at you and gives you just this little half-cocked smile. And then turns and looks back at Harvey.
And Harvey's just like, he's snapped. He's done. He's like, you came here for a show. There you go. We got the dramatics out of the fucking way. Who wants a goddamn show? And he's just like all showmanship. And he's just like, he's got tears streaming down his face. And he's not even looking at Sasha. And occasionally he reaches up and touches the grazed wound on his shoulder. And He's just like trying to rile up the crowd at this point because he's
Oh, you do it.
all
Yeah,
up with the bang.
they love it. They are getting worked up into a frenzy.
You want to see someone fucking die tonight, right? Amazing. We love parties, don't we?
Joel starts like trying to drag Sasha off the stage and like to a different place that's not this room. And she's bawling. Sasha, do you go with me?
Sasha doesn't move.
Fuck you!
He is dead weight. You would have to, I mean, you would. It's not that he's resisting.
He just is.
But you would literally have to pick him up and carry him. Or drag him across the floor.
Then she probably would knock your knees out from underneath you and grab you by the collar and heave-ho you out of the room.
And he's still going. He's like, who here saw Major League? Come on, here, give it up. You know, Charlie Sheen was supposed to get that role, but who did it better? Harvey fucking Winston, that's right. Who saw me in Cats? Huh? I sing pretty good. Harvey fucking Winston. And now you're here to see my final act, right? Because fuck all of you guys. And he's going on with this big, like, presentational thing. And then he turns to the MC. All right, it's your show. What are you, my director? Sure, let's get technical with it. What should I do?
Do you have a gun?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. At this particular moment, as everybody's starting to flip out, Dr. Kennedy, you're watching this. What's going through your head?
The same stuff that's going into my tape recorder.
Okay. It is a moment for you. The man that was talking to Joel earlier has sidled up next to you in this moment. And that becomes part of your attention. And Blythe, as you watch this from the top of the stairs, as you have come out, you sense somebody step up sort of from behind and beside you. And as if you look up to see who it is that has walked up next to you, it is a tall young man, probably a couple years older than you, pleasant looking, kind of innocent, like you might think of as a church boy. Or something. And as you're looking down, and I'm sure you're quite upset by the obvious display of drama that's happening down there, as you look at him and you make eye contact, he sort of gives you this little, like, I'm going to say hi, but I want to break your attention. And he's like, hi, I'm Tom. Harvey. The MC. You're muted.
Yes.
The MC looks at your face at that moment when you look up with that question, as of you, there's no further place you can take this. Sasha, you didn't go anywhere, correct? You're still right there. I think
unless
Joel was trying to
unless
drag
Joel
you off.
was able to drag me off. I wouldn't have gone anywhere. I mean, he's
a big man. I'm
Right,
kind
so-
of fit.
Joel is trying to drag you off. Joel, you notice that as you're trying to drag you off, the excitement and everything we've come to our climatic moment, and the MC turns to Sasha and reaches out her hand and says, "Your gun, please."
No. No, 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 no,
Oh
no.
no, she's talking to Sasha.
And he reaches out his hand.
Because he already had his gun pulled out.
Wait, I was
just-
gonna say I thought I had it.
Oh, she snagged it. Yeah, Joel
I have
snagged my
it.
gun out of my hand. I don't have a gun.
Oh,
Remember?
That's right.
Okay.
I've got
forgot.
it.
Oh, okay. Right on. The gun, please.
How about you go fuck yourself?
That's not going to change Mr. Winston's fate. And she looks back over the crowd and raises her hand, and everybody goes nuts. And then you notice her pull a gun out from her own waist, one gun of her own, and holds it up to Harvey's temple and pulls the trigger.
Did I try rolling to avoid
Can I try and not die?
No, there is no avoiding this harm. But that is where we're going to end this particular episode
Oh,
on a high note.
I don't like it.
Wow.
I don't like it. I'm not happy.
And I'm supposed to fucking go to bed after this?
I'm not happy.
Oh man, and we're not gonna meet next week.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck, that's right, too.
Oh, so much to
Oh,
dwell on for such a long period of time.
When I see you for beers next week, dude, we're gonna have words.
Can someone punch him in the arm for me,
fuck.
please?
Yeah, and we met Tom. We need more Tom talk. Who knows? Maybe y'all will see a new character next week.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna.
Oh, guess I
Jahoy matey as
Looking.
Tom.
That
Could
would
be.
funny.
I'm running a 30-second ad just because I can feel like it. So the only people who can see what we're doing right now are people on YouTube and subscribers. And I just got to say, Dr. Kennedy, I've tried like a dozen times to pull you into this mess. So I'm sorry. I feel like
am just eating cocktail shrimp up against the wall.
As he's talking.
Simple
This-
man.
This shit is bananas.
D-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm so upset.
Oh,
I don't feel good, and now I'm just.
I
sad.
know.
Real tears.
If we would have went on for like 2
Real
more seconds, I would have been sobbing.
No, I couldn't let it go on too much longer because everybody was starting to cry. It was starting to get really depressing. It's like,
Isn't that the fucking point, though?
Yeah, we signed up for this game, man.
We signed up for this.
up to a point. Somebody had to get a bullet pretty soon. I had to like do something.
Chekhov's gun.
It was pretty
Oh,
simple though. I thought it would be some
It's-
weird ritual.
It's
just
the truth.
one.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I thought there was going to be else, and nope, just a fucking circus show and blow your brains out.
like
fucking Curtis. God damn, he comes up with the sickest shit.
I don't like him anymore.
I know. I don't like him either.
Oh,
Oh, that was so sad. Oh, Curtis, like yourself. Treat yourself.
I thought I had an outro, but apparently
I'm not gonna be. I work tomorrow, and I'm gonna be thinking about this the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctor and just be like, while he's looking at me, just be like, so you know what? I'm so mad. I'm gonna start telling him everything.
And you're gonna make him sit in that room with you for
Sit through
4.5 hours while you explain everything that's happened over the last 15 episodes.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's what I'll do.
And then he's gonna be like, wait, this is a game that you play?
This is a what?
You do this to yourself on purpose?
The
right.
second death of Harvey Winston.
It's a exercise in communication theory.
Fantasy chain.
So we studied this. I was trying to find my outro. I think I found something. You guys were awesome. thank you so much for coming and playing tonight. I had big things planned. I tried to get everybody pulled in as much as I could. However, Harvey's big pivotal moment had to happen, and so that was pretty amazing. Let's go around the table and go ahead and get a quick reaction for the fans. You guys have already had a bit of a reaction, but we'll do another one for the fans and tell them once again who you are and where to send their fan mail to. And we will start with, let's start with Sasha.
Hi, I'm Duke. I am the creative director here at TTRP Theater. I don't ever really stop thinking about this game or really any of the other games that we have going on. I'm super, super proud to be part of this. I'm very, very grateful to be part of this. I look forward to this every minute that I'm not taking part in this. I'm really excited for all the new stuff that we're going to be announcing here starting in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited. You'll see some new stuff. You'll see some twists on some old stuff. And so stick around, stick with us. I'm at Invisible Duke. That's DUKE. Because fuck you, Twitch. No, that's not true. I love you, Twitch. It's not your fault that somebody else stole my username. That's been my username for 12 years. And for some reason, somebody on Twitch had my username. Anyway,
There's some other Invisible Duke out there.
It's weird. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't wait to see you all. I can't wait to see Jaylee's show. So.
It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's swoop down and we'll go to Blythe, who got a few key things hinted at her today. So she's got some interesting stuff she's going to have to check out. But how was it for you today, Blythe?
Wow. Tom is just a little boy. Didn't expect that. Okay. All right. I'm very excited to see where that goes.
You're hanging out with a first grader? What?
Yeah, I guess. Just two children in love, maybe. I love this game, and I say that every time I think. And I'm excited for all the escalation that this game is going to get over the next 4 episodes. Or 5, or however many. So yeah, I'm on Instagram at Krista the Barista, and also my cat is also on Instagram at Binks the Black Cat.
Outstanding. We love Binks the Black Cat, who was pretty quiet tonight compared to Mew Jackman.
Yeah.
Who was not quiet tonight. I suppose it was Mew's fault. He was probably whispering in your ear. There he is, acting like nothing's happening. Yeah, you weren't doing anything. I see it. I see how innocent you were. What he was doing, it's this secret negotiation thing, because what he did was in Cat Talk, he told Dr. Kennedy, "You're just going to stand there and eat shrimp the entire episode. I don't give a fuck what they say. That's all you're doing."
Dramatic hook. Eat lots of shrimp.
Yes.
That was my secret dramatic hook for myself.
Yes.
It's like the fashion montage from last episode was your secret dramatic hook. That one was mine. Cocktail shrimp.
His was 40 peel and eat shrimp. All right, Dr. Kennedy, how was it for you? How was the buffet?
I would have preferred prime rib, but cocktail shrimp are fine.
Wow.
This was a very entertaining episode just to watch. Sorry, I am exhausted. So that's part of the reason why I've not been particularly vocal. But I was very glad to still be a part of the episode, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be adopting the stray cat that's outside my door.
Why?
I don't know. She is adorable.
Adopt.
Oh, that's lies. That's all saving face for like tomorrow when you hear about my new cat. Don't be surprised.
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Stone Cipher. You can find Mew Jackman on Instagram at The Greatest Meowman.
Yes, and Mew Jackman is the executive producer and the true star of our show. Just if in case anybody was wondering, I have to deal with him on a daily basis.
Prima donna.
All right. I know she's not feeling good and she's like, shut the fuck up, Curtis, so I can go to bed. We're going to jump over to Joel.
Hi, I am the community manager here at TTRP Theater. So if you haven't followed us on the Twitters and the Facebooks and joined our Discord, come on in and have some fun with us. I don't feel good, so I'm normally a little better at this.
That's all
But
good.
As the night has gone on, I had my emotional moment with Harvey and almost started bawling. And now we've hit this point where I'm like, I'm actually dying.
All sniffles. Yes, you had sniffles coming from two different directions. But now we're going to shoot up and finally talk to the one who was just crying all over the place. I'm sorry to put you through it. But you...
it's okay. I'm a crier. I cry. I'm a Cancer, everybody.
Yeah, you did good. Harvey
I
Winston,
get so into
everybody. Harvey Winston, ladies and gentlemen, Harvey Winston.
You saw him in Major League.
Yeah.
Good. That was such a great callback.
Had to do it to him. I wanted to remember the rest of the shows I said he was in, but I couldn't. Like, okay,
right.
let's cut this speech short. Fuck. I love this game. It's so much fun. I'm so attached to the characters, and I don't even know how it happened, but like, I just want them all to be so happy, and it's KULT, so.
So that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We were happy once.
Nice episode. We were happy. That was episode 14.
Joel's never really been happy.
We'll find a time. You're happy when you were playing the DS that one episode. Anyway,
when I was playing Game Boy for like a little bit.
Hello, it's 1990.
Yeah, there's no DS.
There's no DS.
Well, it was the original.
I always
Game
forget
Boy.
about the time. Anyway, enough of that. You can also find me on our other KULT game on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Central. I play Daisy Hamilton. Some crazy stuff just happened in our last episode there. You can catch that on our YouTube. That show is also very different, very fun, but still the same KULT mechanic. If you're wanting to see more KULT and you've already caught up to 15 episodes, there's something else for you.
We can suck a little more time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jahoy_matey, and I'm also relatively active on the Discord when I'm not like doing other stuff. So if you want to reach out to me there, you're more than welcome.
Awesome. Thank you again, all of you, for coming and playing with me on this Friday night. I love my Friday nights KULT with all of you guys. Thanks again to Helmgast for this fantastic game. We love it. If you're interested in playing this game, you can check it out at KULTDivinityLost.com. All of the links that you need to get PDFs, and if you want to buy the beautiful hardcover book, go for it. It's all right there. Thanks also to Roll20 for being our virtual tabletop. You make it so much easier to do it this way, and we love it. They've got character sheets for both 3rd and 4th edition. So go check them out as well. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. It's free, and it helps more KULT fans just like you find people just like us. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please join our Discord server. All the links are down below. If you would like to help us keep doing this, the best way is through word of mouth. Tell your friends, tell all of the other nerds in your life who you think might just enjoy listening to what it is that we do. All of that helps, and always be watching. If you want to help get in on the build, visit our Patreon. You can help keep these stories new and more exciting Tales of the Dice coming for as little as $1 a month. now is my list of plugs, but none of those work because this is my other outro. So let's see. Tonight is Friday. Tomorrow we have Curse of Strahd tomorrow night for a little gothic horror. Oh, I play in that one. You should come see that one. That's a lot of fun. And then we're going to be back next week. Wednesday will be our first show of next week with more KULT. I don't even know what to do. We'll be back here with Heartland at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Land of Dark Dreams Wednesday night. I'm not sure if we're getting Domains of Dread next week or not. We had some real life stuff happen this last week, and so.
I mean, Scald's Tale.
No, I'm actually thinking about Monday, Domains of Dread, if they're going to go on the off schedule, or if they're just going to keep looping and catch up on the next off week since we lost.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to check with them
since we lost Ben last week. But anyways, yeah, and we may have Scald's Tale on Thursday. Maybe, maybe not. But
he's working on it.
Yeah, if you want to know, we got all that stuff going. We'll be back here next Friday. But if you want to keep an eye out.
No, we won't.
No, we're not gonna be here
that's
next
right.
Friday.
2 weeks.
That's right. We have real actors with real work to do. And so we'll be
I
back in 2
I
weeks.
will quit the show.
No, my job is no. We got to keep the resumes going.
But keep you guys in suspense.
Even if the executive director of TTRP Theater doesn't know what's coming on this week, Twitter will. So keep an eye out on Twitter, and they will tell you what I cannot at this particular moment. So do that, or Facebook if you prefer. I want to give a shout out to all of you out there on the other side of the camera, the ones who watch, those of you who I look at on the screen tonight, who help create, those of you out there who help me pay the bills, the ones who help perform, and all of you who support independent creative work. You're the reason we do this. Thank you. And thank all of you for watching. And from all of us here at TTRP Theater and KULT Divinity Lost, we say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good night.
Good night. Sweet dreams. We love you.
We love you.